My baby,
That's completely unreasonable.
If you want to fight, I can get you boxing gloves, but we're not here for that. My first case ever with worms.
Come here, Sophie. Get him, Rusty.
Can I say something?
No. If she hadn't had an oral agreement, how do you do?
The Animal Court is now in session. The Honorable Joseph A. Wapner, Judge presiding.
I know you've all been sworn. I have a complaint, ma'am. You're suing by virtue of breach of contract for the defendant's failing to pay a stud for stud services?
Yes.
I
have here a contract, what was signed by the husband of the defendant. And, Your Honor, on the back of the contract is the dates when the dog got together, and the notes what I make it on the back of the contract when I contact the defendant. The first time when I contact the defendant over the phone was like a month later. I call and I talk to the defendant, the woman defendant, and she informed me then her dog is never pregnant. She was not pregnant at all. I do the stud service for right now many years. And I know for this many times the dog got together, then there was no way possible for the dog not to being pregnant. So I left it alone.
All right.
Then I call.
Just wait a minute now, please. Sir, I want to show you this contract, ask you if you signed it.
Yes, sir, it's my signature.
Did you turn over any puppies to her? Or any puppy?
No, sir.
Did you pay her the $350?
No, sir.
Why not?
Well, we had an ad put in the paper that says stud service for issue parents and for pick of the litter only, or pick of the litter. Okay, and she called.
What was this? When was this?
This October 3rd was in the paper in. I think she contacted us October 10th, some in that area. In other words, the ad ran for about a week. Then my wife and I brought the dogs over to the house. She was not home. Her friend was home. And she took the dog and says, okay, we'll see you she said, we'll see you in about a week, whenever it takes. So about a week later, she called and said that the dog is ready. So I went by myself to pick up the dog. And with the idea that when she does have pups, she'll have the first choice of the pups. Anyway, after the fact, she whips out this contract on me.
After what fact?
After the dog's been inseminated. No mention of contract or money has ever been mentioned until after we come to pick up the dog, after it's been inseminated.
Let's stipulate that that happened and that's true.
And like an idiot, like a husband idiot, she brings this contract out. I glanced at it and read it, kind of. I didn't really go through it all. And she says, you sell your dogs.
How old are you? How old are you, sir?
I'm 60.
You don't look it, but that's beside the point.
Yeah,
You're 60 years old. You ever deal with contracts?
Yes, I've done. And like I say, she caught me off guard. And
I mean, what my point I'm getting at is you're a big boy.
Right.
And you signed a contract.
That's right. And it was wrong for me to do that.
That's beside the point, isn't it?
Right. I didn't know.
Anybody stick a gun to your head, so you got to sign this?
No, she didn't. But
a knife? No. You know, this sounds silly.
I know.
I'm not being facetious.
I know.
I'm trying to find out if you were coerced.
You're making a point about me. Did I have to sign it? No, I did not have to sign it.
Right.
I was not forced into it and so forth. And I was reading, I says, well, wait a minute. There was no mention of the money before. You have pick of the litter. She said, I don't want any more dogs unless the dog is pure white.
Okay.
She didn't want no more puppies. She's got about 10, 15 of them all running around. She says, okay, you don't want any more pups. But I have no, and I says, well, I'm not a breeder, and I don't want to sell them. We plan to give them all away. We had no idea about selling the darn things because we wanted her to get pregnant so she can get spaded because the doctor told her she wouldn't get fat. So she had to have at least one set of litters. That was our whole thing. So when she said, well, I don't want any more dogs, except unless it's white, And so she wants me to put an ad in the paper and sell my pups, and she gets whatever money I get. Well, if we did sell them, yes, I would have given her the money. But after a while, and we started thinking about it, I said, well, I don't want to give her $300. I'm not a breeder. I don't want to give her $300. I asked her if she wanted the puppies. She said no. I said, okay. So she called.
Contract calls for $350.
Yeah, contract calls for $350, right. And she called and said, asked about dog bite, and I said, no. Well, the first time she called, I wasn't sure, because the dog wasn't showing.
She asked me.
And then she called, and she talked to her, and she said no. And anyway, we were trying to put her off, all right? And
How can a nice guy like you try to put her off?
I know.
Come on.
I know. Just that, the thing is, we got mad because we got hit with this contract after everything all done.
No.
If she mentioned it beforehand, then we wouldn't have done it. We're not going to sell the
So
dog.
then why did you sign it?
Like I said, it got me off guard. I got in my mind, says, well, if we sell it, yeah, I'll give you the money. But you're right. It was I should have never signed it. If she was with me, it would never got signed. But I was by myself.
Okay. Judgment is for plaintiff for $350 against the defendant, Terry Faulkner.
Okay. She just totally caught me off guard. And the thing is, she brought this contract out after everything was all done, because there was no mention of contract before.
Actually, whatever they told us, that was not true, because I did discuss the situation with them over the phone, specifically with the wife, and she agreed, and they never called me, they never told me puppies was born, they lied to me, then never puppies was born, she was never pregnant. Then the second and third time she told me, son told me then the puppies was born when I called, and the third time she say she's still pregnant. That was 4 months later. I never know pregnancy would last 4 or 5 months.